Wow, so I've just finished coaching a 16-year-old student all through the 3B program of Boost, Believe and Breakthrough. And the transformation is amazing to see. And I loved the final session. Even when I was learning to coach back in 2017, the final session was so amazing to be a part of because you reflect with the student from where they were all those months ago to where they are now. And the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. And this is why I love coaching young people and students, because it empowers them to take action for their lives. It empowers them to become the heroes for their journey. And it empowers them to take responsibility for what they want to see different in every aspect of their life. Now, the way we do this is a bit of soft data. At the start of the course, we use our breakthrough wheel and we get students to, in essence, score themselves out of 10 based on how happy, confident, successful they feel in different areas of their lives. So here we've got like grade, school, fun, family, friends, mental health, physical health, and organization. And the student puts a little cross on an imaginary line down the middle. Let's say they're not feeling confident in their grades, they'll put a cross here. Let's say they're loving school, they'll put a cross here. And we connect up the dots so we've got a cog inside the wheel. And this gives a great visual representation of where the student is in their life. And I always say, if you're going to push that wheel down a hill, is it going to be nice and smooth, have balance, or will it be like da-dum, da-dum, like quite clunky? And watching students complete this first one is always interesting because awareness precedes change. And until we're aware of what's going on or what's not going on, then it's hard for us to actually like navigate that and change and make tweaks to our journey. And at the end, it's amazing because like reflection is such an amazing tool, but it's so undervalued. And reflecting on where we are and what we need to do, both what's gone well and what hasn't gone well, is a great way to achieve and move forward and gain new success in the future. So I've just finished working with this 16-year-old student and we looked at her wheel. Now I know she's drawn this out, this 16-year-old, but on the left-hand side, this is the 29th of March when we started working together, and I asked her to complete the wheel. So as you can see, it's a little unbalanced, and she scored, some fairly low numbers, right? She put fun as a 1, school as a 3, her mental health or her motivation as a 1. And her friends were really, really low as well. And she was a girl that had lost a lot of confidence. She was spending a lot of time in her room. She isolated herself. She took herself away from her family, and they were clashing quite a lot. And really, it was a person there was so much potential there, but she couldn't see it. And as a coach, it's our job to let these students look at their blind spots and work out what they could do and how they could improve. So we've just finished the final session, and I asked the student to draw out another wheel, and this one's on the 30th of June. And I'm so proud of how this student's done. Because in coaching, we don't ever tell the student what to do. It's not solution focused like teaching sometimes, or parenting or mentoring. All the onus is obviously on the student and the young person for what they want to do. And I asked her, what some things have improved. And although family was high, she wanted to work on family, and she takes some notes there that it went from a 6 to a 9. And this student actually went out of her way to have great conversations with her family, to connect with them. And what I love here, she shared this quote. I said, "What's the lesson?" And she goes, "Being honest in relationships reduces strain." I mean, how amazing is that for the 16-year-old to be taking the ownership for her family relationships? So, so great. I asked her about physical health. She used to be a keen soccer player, keen football player, but she'd stopped and she wasn't training at all. And obviously there's a huge link between our physical activity, those endorphins that released, and how we feel mentally. And her physical health went up from a 2 to a 6. And after our very first session, this student went out and joined a gym and has now been going 4 times a week. And I said, what's the lesson there? She says, you've got to take the chance and just do it. And it reminds me of that Martin Luther King quote, take the first step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. It's that amazing ability to say yes to opportunities. It's a great way for coaching, for students. They say yes, they see the opportunity and they take it for themselves. No part of me said go and join the gym. It came from her. And a few other things that stood out. Friends. They went from a 2 to an 8. And this girl that was spending a lot of time in her room that didn't really have many social connections. And as we know, social connections are important for our mental health and well-being. She's now going out and meeting new people. And again, she's coming from her. She's doing this herself. She's messaging people. She's meeting up. And she's expanded her friendship group. So this very sort of isolated person, almost a bit like being trapped in a castle in some ways, is now getting out there and like lower the drawbridge and is out there and experiencing and meeting new people. And I said again, what's the lesson? She go, look at this quote: be confident in yourself, that other people enjoy your company and who you are as a person. Stop trying to be someone you're not. I mean, I'm not putting words into her mouth here. She said this stuff. It's just phenomenal, the change and helping students believe in what they're doing and their own abilities. And the last one she put as fun, which was a 1 at the start. Again, basically trapped in her room, really struggling, really feeling like there's this like wall up that she couldn't actually go out and see people. And from doing the coaching, she's taken down the wall, taken down the bricks. And as a result, she's now having, well, she put fun as a 10, which is great to see. And she's really getting out there and pursuing her own passions and what she wants to do. And interestingly, I asked her, is there a link between you're improving your relationship with your family, dog on the bed, improving your relationship with your family and the link to you having more fun? And she said yes, because she's built that connection and trust with her parents, and that's allowed her to go out and experience and have trust from them to do what she wants. So the last session is absolutely amazing. It's great to reflect with young people and students, and it's obviously amazing to give teachers these skills and coaches to be able to work with their students on a deeper level. But take one thing away from this, right? Awareness precedes change. And until we can become aware of what we're doing and what we're not doing, then it's really hard for us to take action. So focus on, wow, so I've just finished coaching a 16-year-old student all through the 3B program of Boost, Believe and Breakthrough. And the transformation is amazing to see. And I loved the final session. Even when I was learning to coach back in 2017, the final session was so amazing to be a part of, because you reflect with the student from where they were all those months ago to where they are now. And the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. And this is why I love coaching young people and students, because it empowers them to take action for their lives. It empowers them to become the heroes for their journey. And it empowers them to take responsibility